Okay. Two things. I'm going to make some more sausage and peppers. It's one of my most favorite meals. I don't get to do it too often, but yeah, like I said, it's one of my most favorite. The other thing is typical Arizona weather: air conditioning in the daytime and heat at night. So I apologize for the AC noise, the fan noise. So just gonna have to put up with that for now. So otherwise, it just gets too hot. It's like sitting in your car in the sun, you know, and the same way in the motorhome. So here we go. First, you're going to need a peeled onion. I use white onions only because they're cheaper. You know, some people have said, oh, you know, a red onion's better, and that sort of stuff. So, you know, it's a personal preference, whatever you want. And then bell peppers. I always try to get one that's starting to turn just a little bit. They're a little bit sweeter, I think. And but then, of course, the real yellow ones and the real red ones are expensive, so I won't buy those. And then, of course, balsamic vinegar. I don't know if you can see that or not, but anyway, any brand of balsamic vinegar, they're all about the same. Also, I'm not being paid to advertise any brand name. I'm not associated with any brand name whatsoever, so I just get whatever I can find that's cheaper. That's just the way I am. I'm frugal. Been told I was cheap, but I don't know. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. I'm more frugal. So we're going to start with the onion, I guess. We're going to cut it in quarters, maybe. Always good to have a sharp knife. Cut it in half, then cut it again. We're going to start crying here in a few minutes. They say put a piece of bread, just plain old white bread, in your mouth, and it won't be so hard on your eyes. So after you cut it up like that, then I cut it up in bite-sized chunks. You can use tomato sauce or tomato paste. If you'd like. I don't particularly care for the tomato taste in it. So since I'm doing the cooking, then we cook it my way. You can put tomato sauce in there if you'd like. And here come the tears. You know, if you're doing a video, it's pretty hard to do a video with a piece of bread in your mouth. So, we're not going to do the bread. Okay, I've relaxed a little bit. Dried my eyes. Now we're going to do some bell peppers. And I really like bell peppers, so we're going to put 2 of them in here on this one. So, you know, I've never really... not the expert of how to cut a bell pepper up, so I just cut them up anyway that I can. Basically, you know, they're all gonna go into bite size anyway, so, you know, any way you feel like cutting them up as far as I'm concerned. I will take some of the soft stuff out of it. Like right here, if you can see it. This stuff, I'll cut that out. It doesn't cook well. And then, of course, I'll cut out the tops of them to get rid of the seed pods and that kind of stuff. So, cut them in strips. cut them in bite-sized pieces. I might mention the fact as well that all this cooking and things that I do like this can be done off-grid. You don't need to be hooked up to any shore power, electricity or anything like that. As long as you got heat from the stove, even a camp stove, it can be done. I'm doing it in a motorhome because that's where I am. Alright, so now it's time for the Italian sausage. I use Johnsonville, and like I said, I'm not being paid or I'm not associated with any brand whatsoever. I just like this brand. I guess there's some other brands around that you can use, but I'm particular to this one. So I also use the sweet. I've had some people say, well, the mild is better, and so it's all a matter of personal preference. Personally, I like the sweet. And for this size, I probably should have had 3. I only have 2 because I got hungry for a snack the other day and ate one. So I always cut them up. I put them in the freezer when I get them. And then I cut them up when I'm ready. I thaw them out just a little bit, just so that they're just a little bit, crunchy in the center. It makes it a whole lot easier to cut. Alright, I'm going to put them in there just like that. Okay, now we're going to put in some vegetable oil. Again, it's whoops, calf in there doesn't cook well either. Again, it's pretty much a personal preference how juicy you want it. Keep in mind that when you do start cooking this down, it's going to start juicing itself. So I like mine a little bit on the juicy side because I like the juice in the bottom of the bowl. So we'll start with just about that. I don't have any measuring cups or anything like that. I'll just put some in and then go from there. You can always add some as it's cooking down. So now let's get ready to light the stove. Okay, we're going to let this cook for a while, let it cook down. I haven't really ever timed it, but you can tell when things are starting to get done. The bell peppers start to get soft, and the onions, and then of course the sausage. You can tell when that's about done, and then after that, then I'll add the balsamic vinegar. But I want it to cook hot and quickly, so I'll put the burner on high, and well, I don't cover it. I guess you can if you want to. Probably would help it a little bit, cook faster, but I just don't. I don't know. So you can. As far as spices go, I don't add anything just yet. I'll wait till it starts to cook down, and then I'll add some garlic in there maybe, or maybe, just garlic. That's really about all I need. And some salt and pepper, of course. So we'll just let this cook down for a while. And of course, because you're cooking it on high heat, because you want it to cook fast, you need to keep it stirred up. Otherwise, it starts burning on the bottom of the pans. You all know that. Okay, so it's been about probably about 20 minutes or so, I guess, and it's cooked down pretty good. So I like mine just a little bit on the firm side. At least so that it's not mussy, Okay, so Now we're going to put some balsamic vinegar in it. And hopefully it will sizzle, because when it does that, you know that it's plenty hot. And they say it makes it taste a bit better. I don't know. And nope, it's not sizzling. But that's okay, because it tastes the same anyway, to me. Okay, and we're going to leave it sit for about 5 minutes, let it rest. Okay, and there it is. Oops, I forgot the garlic. Put some garlic in there. And there we go. It's a good, very inexpensive meal. It's really easy to cook. Get your greens. Oops, I'm going to spill out here in a minute. Get your greens and, you know, the onions. Gets lots of vitamins and minerals, and of course the bell peppers are loaded with good stuff. And the Italian sausage, you get your protein, and it's low carb. The whole thing is low carb altogether. It's probably somewhere around maybe 5 at the most. Probably around like 5 carbs. So yeah, it's a good low carb meal. And bon appetit.